أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we will be starting Surah Feel, inshallah, with Tajweed rules and everything about it, inshallah. So I will be starting in a while. I just need 1 minute to set up. Okay, let's start, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Ramadan Kareem to you also. So let's start again. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. Wa arsala alayhim طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Inshallah, now we will see the rules, inshallah. So let's start from Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim as usual. So let's see the rules of Tajweed in this, and then inshallah we will continue ayah by ayah. So first of all, in the word Bismillah, you have to read this lam in the word lam in the word Allah light because of this kasra before it. Ba, sin kasra bis, mim, lam kasra mil, bismil, lam vertical fatha la, bismillah, Ha ra kasra hir, ra ha fatha roh, hir roh. Mim vertical fatha ma, hir roh ma. Noon ra kasra nir, ra fatha ra, nir ra. Ha ya kasra hi, mim sakin, nir rahim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. So you have to say this ha from the middle of the throat. Same goes with this ha. Let's look at it again. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Now the first ayah is Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka ashabil fil. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Hamza fata'a, lam mim fatha lam, alam. So we call alif hamza when it's having any sign. So here alif is having fatha, so it's hamza fatha. By looks it's still alif, but by rules now we have to call it hamza because the hamza and this both rules are same at the moment. Lam mim fatha lam, alam, ta fatha ta, ra fatha ra, ta ra. Ra is heavy because of having fatha on the top. Alam tara, alam tara. Kayfa, kaf ya fatha kay, fa fatha fa, kayfa. Kaf ya fatha kay because ya is lean. Lean letters are two letters, ya lean and waw lean. Ya is lean when there is a fatha before it. Okay, it needs to be having this sukun sign and there should be a fatha before it. And waw will be lean when it's sakina and there is fatha before it. So lean letters are such letters which we read gentle without stretching or pausing. So here we ترى كيف كيف ففتف ألم ترى كيف فعل ففتف عين فدع فع لم فتلا فعل. Ain is from the middle of the throat, so try to pronounce it from exactly the middle of the throat. Ain fata'a fa'a lam fatala fa'ala. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka rabbuka ra ba fata rab ba bu rabbu fataka rabbuka. Now ba is having shadda, or which we call it tashdid. Whenever you see this W-shaped sign, it means the letter is twice. So you have to read by emphasizing in order to pronounce it twice. So you have to say Rabbuka, Rabbuka, Rabbuka. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala Rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Basra bi, Hamza, Swat Fata as, bi as. Swad is heavy. If we say bi as, we will end up saying seen instead of sod. Okay, and this will be lahan jali, which can change the meaning of Quranic words. So you have to say sod, sod, heavy. Bi ashabil fil. Ha is having vertical fatha, so we have to stretch it up to one alif. Bi asha, bi asha. Ba lam kasra bil, bi ashabil. Fa ya kasra fi and lam sakin, feel. But here we can see lam is having kasra, it's not sakina. Why we have made it sakin? Because our ayah is completed and we have to pause. So whenever we pause because of ayah completion, or whenever we see the sign of pause, we remove the harka from the last letter. So instead of reading it feeli, we will make it feel. Alam tara kayfa فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل. Now, here you have three options. You can stretch this ya up to 1 or 2.5 or 3 alif. Why? Because first of all, this ya is madda. Madda letters are the letters which we read by stretching them up to 1 alif. Is madda because itself is sakin and there is a kasra before it. Ya is madda because it is sakina and there is a kasra before it. After the madda letter, if we are making the last letter silent and we are pausing, then we can apply the rule of madde arid lis sukun on this. Okay, it means that we can stretch it up to 1 or 2.5 or 3 alifs. And the best in this case is to stretch it up to 3 alif. Okay, like this. Bi ashabil fil. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Next ayah is Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. Hamza fata'a, lam mim fata lam, alam. Ya jim fata yaj, ain lam fata al, yaj'al. This jim is sakina and it's from the qalqala letters. Qalqala letters are the letters which we read by bouncing the sound, or itself there is an echo or reflection in the sound when these letters are silent. So we have 5 letters of qalqala: qaf, ta, ba, jim and dal. So when they are sakin, the qalqala is visible. But again we have 3 levels of qalqala. Qalqala can be weak, the bouncing or reflection, or you can say the echo sound. It can be weak, it can be strong or strongest. It depends where you see the qalqala letter in the word. So if it is in between somewhere like this, then the qalqala will be weak. If the word is ending with the qalqala letters and they are sakina, then qalqala will be strong. But if the word is ending with the qalqala letters, they are sakin as well as they're containing shadda sign, then qalqala will be strongest. Okay. For example, in Surah Masad, we say tabbat yada abi lahabi wa tab. Tab. So here there is a proper reflection and qalqala is strong. But when we read Surah Falaq, like Kul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, qalqala is strong. And in this case, qalqala is weak. Yaj'al, yaj'al. You can feel it, but you can tell the difference when it's at the end and when it's having a shadda. So here we have weak qalqala, weak echoing, but echoing is there. Next word is qaidahum. Kaf ya fata qai, dal fata da. Qaida, ha mim dama hum. Qaidahum. Now what are the rulings? Kaf ya fatha qai. Same here we were having kaf ya fatha qai. So this ya is lean here. What are the lean letters? The letters which we read gently without stretching or suddenly pausing the sound. So ya is sakina and there is a fatha before it. It means this ya is lean here. Qaida, qaida hum. We will not stretch it and we will not suddenly pause the sound. Kaf ya fatha qai, dal fatha da. Qaida, ha mim dama hum. Qaidahum. Fa ya kasra fi. Fi. We have stretched the sound because before ya sakina you have kasra. Now if you have kasra before ya sakina, then ya here is madda. Madda letters are such letters which we read by stretching up to 1 alif. Here ya was lean, here ya is madda. See the difference. When before ya sakina you have fatha, ya is lean. And before ya sakina if you have kasra, ya is madda. Madda ones we will stretch. but the ones we will read gentle without stretching or suddenly pausing the sound. Next word is tadleel. Ta, dod, fatha, tad. Dod is sakina, okay, and dod is from the heavy letters, musta'aliya letters. So you have to say the sound heavy. Dod is a very unique letter which is only found in Arabic, and its pronunciation is also very unique, that you have to touch the sides of the tongue to the top back teeth, and the tongue will little bit slide forward when you'll try to say the letter dod, dod. Some people read it like a dal, dod sound, or some are reading zod. Both pronunciations are wrong. So you have to be careful when you say such letters. Tadleel, lam, ya, kasra, li, and lam sakin. So before this ya sakina, you see there is a kasra. This ya is madda as well, same like this ya. Okay. If you see fatha before ya sakina, then ya is lean. If you see kasra before ya sakina, ya is madda. So madda letters are the one which we read by stretching, same like the vertical harkat. Okay. So this word is kaidahum fi tadleel. Tadleel. I have stretched this ya up to 3 alif. Same rule which I have applied here, I'm applying here as well. And I will repeat what this rule is. This rule is madde arid lis sukun. So what's happening here? First of all, this ya is madda, because before ya sakin you see there is a kasra. Okay, so this ya is madda. And after madda letters, if you have to pause and make the next letter silent. So we are pausing here, ayah is completing. So we are making this lam silent. It means that we are removing the harka and we are making it sakina. Same like this ya is sakina. So we are removing these two kasra. Instead of saying tadlilin, we will say tadlil. So if your second last letter is your madda letter and you have to pause after that, then you can apply the rule of madde arid. Madde arid is your temporary mad or temporary stretch, which gives you an option that you can stretch the madda letter up to 1 or 2.5 or 5 alifs. Oh, sorry, 3 alifs. So here I will read it up to 3 alifs. Tadlil. And you have to remember, if you are stretching here, for example, because all ayahs are ending with the same rule. Okay. So if you are stretching the word feel up to 1, you have to make the counting same for this one also. If you are doing 2.5, you can't make this one 3. So you have to keep the endings same. I have stretched here up to 3, so I will keep it up to 3 here as well. Okay. So this is alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل. Wow fatawa, but there is a shadda on top of it. This is because if you don't do pause here, you have to carry on reading tadlilin wa arsala. Then you can read this wow. Okay. But here, wow, we are reading separate because we have paused between these two words. So we are saying واو فتوا همزة را فتا أر وأر سين فتا صا لام فتا لا وأرسل وأرسل وأرسل. Seen is from the whistling letters or from the Safiria letters. So there will be a whistle like sharp sound when you are saying this letter seen. And if you see the lips are spreading when you're saying ars, sala, sala. But when it comes to sod, although it belongs from the same family, it's heavy and the lips are not spreading that much. Instead, they are rounding when you say the word sod, bi as, ashabil feel. So you have to keep the difference between the sounds of seen and sod. If you interchange them, you will end up doing lahne, jali, the clear mistakes which can change the meaning of Quranic words. Next word is alayhim. Ain fata'a, lam ya fata lay. Alay ha mim kasra him. Alayhim. Now, if you see the word alayhim, and you will see the same pattern, lam ya fatha lay. That ya is sakina. Okay, here ya is sakin. Ya is having sukoon sign, and before ya you can see there is a fatha. It means that lam is lean here. Lean letters are the letters which we read gentle without stretching or suddenly pausing the sound. Okay, so this is alayhim, alayhim tayran ababil. Ta is heavy because it's from the heavy letters or musta'aliya letters. Ra is heavy here because of having two fathas on the top. So when Ra is having one fatha or two fatha, or in this case, when Ra is sakina and there is a fatha before it, in all these cases, you will read Ra heavy. Okay, if you want to see in the word Tara, Ra is heavy, Rabbuka, Ra is heavy. Then in this word wa arsala, Ra is heavy. And in the word Tayran, Ra is heavy. Wa arsala alayhim طيرا أبابيل. طيرا. Ta is also heavy because of being from the musta'ali letters. Hamza fata'a, ba alif ba. Aba, ba ya kasra bi. Aba bi, and lam sakin. Ababil. Ababil. So ba alif fatha ba. Here if you see there is a fatha before this alif, it means that this alif is madda in this word aba, and ba ya kasra bi, ya is madda. When alif is becoming madda and ya is madda. So remember that whenever there is a fatha before alif, alif will be madda. When there is a kasra before ya sakina, ya is madda. And when there is a dama before waw sakina, waw is madda. So we have three letters of madda: alif, ya, and waw. And there should be specific conditions which make them madda. So what are the conditions? There should be a fatha before alif, there should be a kasra before ya sakina, and there should be a dama before waw sakina. And we read them by stretching up to one alif. So here we are reading ababil. Now I have stretched it more than one alif because ya is madda here. Instead of doing one alif, I have stretched it up to three alif. Why? Because I have applied the rule of madde arid lissakun. Okay, this is a temporary stretch or temporary mad when you have to pause after the madda letters, because here ayah is completed, pause, and we are removing the haraka, making lam silent. If we do so, for example, in this word ababil, second last letter is our madda letter. So we have option to stretch it up to 1 or 2.5 or 3 alif. So here I have done 3 alif, 3 alif. Here I will also do up to 3 alif. Ababil, like this. Wa arsala alayhim طيرا أبابيل. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل. ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل. Next ayah is ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل ترميهم ترميهم بحجارة تم من سجيل. So when we are reading the word ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل, here we have nasalization or gunna for meme. So let's see what we are doing. Ta, ra, fatha, tar. Ra is heavy because there is a fatha before it. Meme, ya, kasra, mi, tar, mi. If you see same pattern like this word be, me, what's happening here? Before ya sakina, you have kasra. So this ya is madda. We have to read it by stretching up to one alif. Par, mi, him. After mim sakin, if you see ba, what does it mean? It means after mim sakin, if you see that next word is starting with the letter ba, or it can be in the same word, you have to do ikhfa for the mim sakina. Okay, you have to do nasalization basically. You have to do the gunna in this mim sound. Tarmihim him bihijaratim bihijaratim min sijil. So here you have tarmihim. You will hold this mim sound. Then you have ba kasra bi, ha kasra hi, bihi, jim alifata ja, bihija, ra fata ra, bihijara, ta mim to kasra tim, bihijaratim, bihijaratim. So here first of all, in the word bihijara, jara, this alif is madda because there is a fatha before it. Bihijara, bihijara. Ra is heavy because of having fatha on the top. And this ta is connected with this meme, with these two kasras. Ta, meme, two kasra, tim. So here we have idgham. Idgham ma'al ghunna. It means that we have to merge as well as we have to do the nasalization in the sound. Ta, meme, two kasra, tim, tim. So what is idgham? After tanween, which is your two fathas, two kasras, two dhammas, if you see yarmalun letters. Okay, what are the yarmalun letters? Ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, and noon. So when it comes to meme specifically, we will do merging. We will merge the sounds as well as we will do nasalization, meaning gunna in the sound. So here we are reading bihijaratim, tim, tim, like this. Min sijil. Now, noon is sakin. It means that noon is containing this sukoon sign. Noon is not having any haraka or it's silent. After noon sakin, you see there is a letter seen. Seen is from the ikhfa letters. So we have 15 letters of ikhfa. If you see them after noon sakin, you have to hide such noon sound. Okay, I'm not saying gunna. I'm saying hiding, ikhfa. So when we are hiding the noon sakin sound, we have to make sure our tongue is not touching anywhere in the mouth. So you have to say bihijaratim min sijil. You have to hide the noon sakina sound into the nose. Bihijaratim min sijil. Sin jim kasra sij. Jim ya kasra ji. Sij and lam sakin. Why lam is sakin? Because ayah is completing here and we have to pause. So when we are pausing, we are dropping the haraka on the last letter. So we are making lam sakina same like ya. And our second last letter is our madda letters, from the madda letters. Because before ya sakina, you have kasra. So this ya is madda here. Madda letters are the letters which we read by stretching up to one alif. So instead of one alif, I can stretch it up to 2.5 or 3. Because all the endings are the same, I have applied the Madde Arid Lisakun rule. So I will apply the same rule here and I will stretch this Ya up to 3 alif. Sijil, like this. Tarmihim bihijaratim min sijil. ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل. Last ayah is فجعلهم عصف مأكول. فا فتى فا جيم فتى جا فج عين فتى ع فجع لام فتى لا فجعل ها ميم دمهم فجعلهم كاف فتى كا عين صاد فتى عس قعس. Now this is sword, heavy. If we say ka'as, we will end up saying seen here. We have to read sword. Qa'as. Fa mim to kasra fim. Qa'as fim. Fim. So here you have to hold the meme sound. Meme alifata ma. Ma. I have given it a sudden pause. Kaf waw the maku and lam sakin. Ma'kul. So let's see the rules here. Faja'alahum. Ain is from the middle of the throat. Faja'alahum. Qa'asfim. Qa'asfim. Swad is heavy. Again, Ain is from the middle of the throat. Swad is heavy. Then Fa is having two kasra. It means this is tanween. After tanween, you see meme, which is from the Yarmalun letters. So you have to do idgham, meaning merging, as well as ghunna. What we have done here, we will do here as well. So here we have said bihijaratim tim ka'asfim fim ma'kul. Why I have given sudden pause here? So whenever you see the sukoon sign on top of Hamza, you have to give a sudden pause. Ma, like mu'minina, mu'sadatun, like this. So it can be original Hamza or it can be Alif acting as a Hamza, because what we have learned about Alif, whenever it's having any sign, now it's not Alif anymore, we call it Hamza. So here we have Sukoon on Alif, it means this is Hamza. We have to say Hamza. Mim, Hamza, Fatah, Ma. Kaf, waw, dama, ku. Before waw sakin, you have dama. So this waw is madda here. Again, I'm repeating what are the madda letters. Madda letters are three letters: alif, waw sakin, and ya sakin. Whenever you see a specific situation, like there is a fatha before alif, or kasra before ya sakina, or dama before waw sakina, in this situation, all these three letters are madda. Madda letters are such letters which we read by stretching up to one alif. So we are having option here, if we are applying the rule of Madde Arid Lisakun, that we can stretch this Madda letter up to 3 alif or 2.5 or 1. So all the endings were with the Madde Arid Lisakun. I was applying the rule here. So I will apply the same rule here as well. If you miss this rule, the meaning will not change. It will not be lahni jali, but it will be lahni khafi. Ma'kul. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. So we will be looking at the rules again, inshallah. Just a overview, inshallah. And tomorrow 1 p.m. UK time, I will be a live session on next surah, which is Surah Humaza. Quite long surah. And inshallah, we will look at it also with the Tajweed rules. And tonight, 9 p.m. UK time, I will be carrying on with our sessions on Surah Al-Baqarah. Every night we are doing 5 ayahs. So inshallah, we will continue with that. Now, I will take a 30-second break and then inshallah, I will do the recitation again. Okay, we can continue now. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. So now I will ask few questions. If you want to answer to check your knowledge about Tajweed, you're most welcome, inshallah. So let's start. So in the word kaifa, kaifa, is this ya lean or madda? Can anyone answer for this question? Is this ya madda here or lean here? I'm repeating. Madda letters are the letters which we read by stretching up to one alif, and lean letters are waw and ya lean under certain situations, and we read them without suddenly pausing or stretching. So can anyone answer this question? If this ya sakina here is madda or lean? Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. So I have read this word kayfa. Kayfa. Okay, let me answer. This ya is lean here because before ya sakina you have fatha. If we have kasra here, it will be madda. Okay. My next question is in the word fa'ala. Fa'ala. Ain is from which part of the throat? Is it lower part of the throat or middle part of the throat? Ain is halkia letter, from the halkia letters. So can anyone answer if Ain is from the middle of the throat or the lower part of the throat? Fa'ala. Fa'ala. Okay. Ain is from the middle part of the throat. Now, in the word Rabbuka, we have read Ra heavy. Why we have read Ra heavy here? Alam tara kayfa fa'ala Rabbuka. This Ra is heavy and this Ra is also heavy. But why? Can anyone answer this question? Okay, let me answer it by myself. Ra is heavy in both situations because Ra is having Fatha on the top. Okay, it's not from the Musta'aliya letters, it's not from the heavy letters, but we read it heavy under certain conditions. Musta'aliya letters like Sod are such letters which are heavy under any condition. You can't make them light in some conditions, and under certain conditions you can make them heavy like Ra. No, so these are fixed. That's why these are Musta'aliya letters, and Ra is heavy or light according to situation. Okay, so remember the difference between Ra being heavy or the original heavy letters. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم ترى را is heavy ألم ترى كيف فعل ربك ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Now, can anyone tell why I have given a sudden pause to this Hamza here? Ma'kul. What are the rulings here? فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Why I haven't read it ma'kul? It's ma'kul. Okay, let me repeat again. Whenever you see the sukun sign on top of Hamza or Alif, because Alif is also Hamza here. So whenever you see this sign on top of Hamza, you have to give it a sudden pause. Ma'kul. Same like in this word. Alayhim mu'sadatun. Hamza is having sukun, like Hamza is sakina. So we give it a sudden pause. Mu'sadatun. Okay, same here. Ma'kul. Ma'kul. Let's do one more recitation. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعله كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Let's see the overview of the rules which we have discussed of Tajweed, inshallah, and then we will recite it one more time. So in this ayah, Ra is heavy because of having fatha on the top, and this Ra is heavy as well. This Sod is heavy because it's from the Musta'aliya letters. We have to read Ha by stretching, and then in the word feel, Ya is madda, so Ya is stretched. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل. In the next ayah, this Ain is from the middle of the throat. Then this Fa with the Ya is madda here. Okay, so we will stretch it. Dod is heavy, and again Ya up to 3 alif. Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. Then here this Ra is heavy because there is a fatha before it. This Ta is heavy because it's from the musta'aliya or the heavy letters. Ra again is heavy because of having two fathas on the top. And here madde arid lissakun, so stretch up to 3 alif. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل. This Ra is heavy because there is a fatha before it. In this meme, you have to hold the sound by doing nasalization. Here we have idgham, meaning merging, as well as nasalization. And here you have to stretch up to 3 alif. So this is just the overview. All these rules we have already discussed in the beginning of our session today. ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل. ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل. Then here Ain is from the middle of the throat. Here also Sod is heavy because it's from the heavy letters which are called Musta'aliya letters. Out of 29 Arabic alphabets, 7 are heavy under any condition. Then here we have idgham ma'al ghunna, meaning merging as well as nasalization. This Hamza is having sukoon, so we will give it a sudden pause like ma. Waw is madda, so we will apply the rule of madda arid lis sukoon, stretch it up to 3 alif. فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ فَعَلَ رَبُّكَ بِأَصْحَابِ الْفِيلِ أَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ كَيْدَهُمْ فِي تَضْلِيلٍ وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. I'm doing one more recitation. Meanwhile, if you have any question regarding any rule in this surah, you can ask and inshallah I will answer it. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. The last recitation, and inshallah after that we will end this session for today. Tomorrow we will have another session on Surah Humaza, same time 1 p.m. UK time. And tonight, inshallah, 9 p.m., I will continue with the Surah Baqarah sessions. Every night we are doing the 5 ayahs recitation plus tajweed breakdown. So inshallah, let's do our final recitation. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Sadaqallahul Azim. Inshallah, we will end our today's session on Surah Feel. I hope you have found it informative. If you want to know all these rules again in detail, you can play the video and you can check this again, inshallah. So let's read the salawat on Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and then we will end today's class with that. And I will see you 9 p.m. UK time tonight again with Surah Al-Baqarah, and tomorrow 1 p.m. UK time with Surah Humaza, inshallah. صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم أجرني من النار. اللهم أجرني من النار. اللهم أجرني من النار. So inshallah, see you in another live session, inshallah, tonight 9 p.m. UK time, and will be on Surah Al-Baqarah, and tomorrow 1 p.m. UK time on Surah Humaza. So with this, take care of yourself, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.